Introducing LandVal, a data-driven online decision support system for hotel site selection and investment. To provide some background before we get started, the global tourism industry has seen 1.4 billion tourist arrivals a year and generated a revenue of 1.7 trillion US dollars. The Asia Pacific region has been the fastest growing region in 2018. And tourism is the world's third largest export category, surpassing food and automotive products. When it comes to Sri Lanka, the total guest nights has grown at a rate of 18.5% and government collective spending is projected to reach 78.2 billion by 2028, and Sri Lanka has been named as one of the top 10 FDI hotspots in the world. To add to all of this, the potential of tourism has been identified to advance the 17 Sustainable Development Goals by the United Nations. Now, let's take a look at the problems facing the industry today. There is a clear intention of expanding the tourism industry, but it does not utilize location intelligence and technology to make the lives of investors easier and increase the ease of doing business. And one of the first problems is hotel location is a long-term fixed investment, and a flawed location strategy can be exceedingly difficult and expensive to rectify. But why is location so important? It has been linked to greater demand, lower failure rates, greater customer satisfaction, and higher pricing per room. And research has indicated there is a huge demand for the analysis of hotel location and the identification of factors contributing to a superior location. With this in mind, let's take a look at the current approaches in site selection. There are consumer surveys, market analysis, data analysis, and geographical information systems. But these come with their own set of problems. They are time consuming, they have a high cost attached to them, they get outdated very fast, and they are not scalable or generalizable to any location. The second problem is finding available land plots for hotel development for potential investments. And thirdly, once you've found a correct land, referring complicated government documents for guidelines and regulations has become a complete hassle. So we intend to solve these problems. So, what is the solution exactly? Well, we propose a web platform where users can perform site selection analysis, connect investors with land sellers, and query published documents using only natural language. Let's look at these three services in much more detail. First, the site selection and location analysis tool. Hotel location is analyzed under 4 criteria. Attraction is measured by analyzing the surrounding tourist attractions, beaches, and restaurants. Accessibility is measured by the availability of transport hubs and distance to city center. And thirdly, the popularity score is calculated by assessing the surrounding competition. And finally, past tourist arrival patterns are utilized to predict the demand for a given region. Which brings us to the second service, which is the real estate service. It is a platform for commercial real estate, and it connects investors with land sellers and helps find better valuation for lands. And finally, it provides location analytics for each ad, which no real estate platform currently provides. This brings us to the third service, which is the information portal. This is an NLP-based Q&A system that utilizes deep learning. It acts as a knowledge base of all published guidelines and regulations, allows the user to ask questions using natural language similar to Google search, and this causes the user not to read the entire document, which saves them time. And finally, it provides the title of the document and the paragraph number where our question is located at for further reference. These are the 3 fundamental services of LandVal. Now you've seen the problem and you've seen the proposed solution, but let's take a look at the stakeholders involved and what the market is like. We believe LandVal can help hotel investors, land sellers, market analysts and researchers, government authorities, loan officers and land valuators, and finally hotel owners, all to make smart investment decisions. In addition to this, It is interesting to note that 25.8% of all tourist stays has been in supplementary establishments like boutique villas and guest houses, and this has seen an increased uptick in traveler preference. And Airbnb has seen a growth of 172% in their listings and a growth of 131% in their usage. So we believe the target audience is supplementary establishments and budget hotels that cannot afford sophisticated solutions. And we can see the market has not diminished in spite of the pandemic, with over 950 million US dollars being attracted over the past 15 months. With this in mind, we have three pricing models. We have the free tier with 5 location requests. We have the investor plan with 20 location requests and access to the information portal. And finally, we have a business plan for brokers with 50 location requests and 15 real estate listings, in addition to access to the information portal as well. And now you might be wondering, how did we develop this sophisticated solution? Well, when it comes to the technology, we use some already available libraries such as MLJAR to make our original developments with 3 unique machine learning algorithms for attraction prediction, accessibility prediction, and popularity prediction. Then we used a time series forecast model for demand forecasting and a deep learning and NLP based Q&A system, and all of this integrated into a microservice based web application. LandVal was developed whilst adhering to the highest quality standards. We adhere to the ISO software quality standard and its 8 factors. Our novel site selection methodology has been accepted as a research for publication at the IEEE Region 10 Humanitarian and Technology Conference for 2021, hosted in Bangalore, India, giving added validity to our location rating algorithm and methodology. And now the LandVal product demonstration. LandVal offers all of its services through a comprehensive web application. First, let's look at the tourism property valuation service. LandVal's Valuator service will assess any user-provided site for its suitability to establish a hotel. The user can provide any location and some information about that location and the type of hotel they are planning to build. And now we have received the location analysis. And as you can see, the attraction rating predicts the location rating the users will provide if a hotel is built there, gives the number of restaurants in the surrounding vicinity, gives the number of cafes and the number of ATMs, and the distance to city center. All of these factors are considered when providing the location rating using the machine learning model. And similarly, accessibility calculates the number of transport hubs, parking zones, gas stations, and the distance to city center, and the popularity considers the competitors in the surrounding vicinity and the number of hotels in the surrounding vicinity before giving the predicted popularity score. And finally, the demand considers the regional demand for that location using our forecasting machine learning model. Additionally, if the user wants more information regarding the restaurants, cafes, or ATMs in the surrounding vicinity, they can simply click on the score and get more information. Similarly, the users can assess the popularity by checking the nearest 20 hotels and what the users are saying about them, and also check the similar types of hotel to perform a competitor analysis. We believe this gives the user a comprehensive report about the selected location. The second service offered by LandVal is the tourism property listing service. This allows the connection between real estate investors and land sellers for potential investments. We provide a typical rating for the location based on the construction of a 1-star hotel. And if the user wishes to customize this rating, they can simply click on this button and head to our Valuator for a customized service based on the hotel they are planning to build. Furthermore, we've integrated Google Street View so that users can observe the property better and get a better understanding. And finally, we have the information portal service. The information portal uses natural language processing to answer investor questions based on the guidelines published by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. For instance, we can ask, what is the minimum size of a bedroom? As you can see, it processes all of the documents and finds the answer as 30 square meters and gives the document guideline for boutique hotels and the paragraph number for further reference. It also works with variations of the same question because we use natural language processing to understand the question. Area of bedroom will provide the same answer. We can even ask questions in the Sinhala language. We can provide variations of the same question similar to English. And as you can see, it provides the same answer. And that brings us to the end of our presentation. LandVal, analyze, invest, conquer.